Previously on Nerd Talk.
And that's actually one of my mom's favorites. She still watches that like once a week today.
Wow.
The both the 90s version and the original one. She
Mhm.
watches them on rotation at least once a week.
Okay.
So when we found out that was coming out, my mom's one of her best friends growing up is a massive Whitney Houston fan, and we had the biggest TV. Yep. Hey, gotta be Whitney's like she's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, my she's a huge Whitney fan. So my mom had the bigger TV, and of course I know how to cook. So it was like a whole event. Like we had like friends over. We were watching. Like
And
we
it
sat
should
there.
be an event.
Yeah, we sat there. We watched that movie religiously, and then a few days later, I think I've mentioned this guy before too. I had a guy who was a bootlegger in my neighborhood. He would make bootleg like VHSs
Yeah.
and cassettes and stuff, and he had recorded it off the television. He had the bootleg VHS, and he sold it to us for like $3 or something. And my mom and I watched that VHS. Like, so it came out officially through Disney, and we bought it then. Like, we watched it
Yeah.
a lot. And like I said, my mom. Hey nerds, welcome to Nerd Talk with Silver and Ray, your home for nerd topics like comic books, musicals. I think we've done books as well. I'm Ray.
Silver.
And today we're going to be talking about something that I like a lot. Silver's like, what are you even talking about? So
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have heard the term Summerween. So instead of Halloween, it's Summerween. Last year it started in July. This year it started in June. Basically, it just means code orange is everywhere. Halloween decorations are in stores. I've seen them so far at Costco. I've seen them so far at Cracker Barrel. And we're talking full displays. We're not talking like, your little one or
Right.
two things. I went into Costco. They had the big skeleton. Everyone knows what the big skeleton is. Costco has their own little version of it. So for you don't know what the big...
No, I don't
See,
know.
she's not a Halloween girly. So Lowe's has this 12-foot skeleton, and he's got, I believe it's Lowe's, it could be Home Depot. I have a place to put him, so I don't have one. And about like 5 years ago he went pretty viral, and I know people who keep him out all year round. We were in New York a few months ago, and someone had him out in the middle of June. Like I said, like he was just chilling. They decorate him and everything. But yeah, so Summerween, it means that we start Halloween early. Some stores take the stuff down and then don't put it back up again until like closer to Halloween. So they just have it up just for like the summer month of July. But most stores keep it. I know Costco definitely takes everything down. By Halloween, they are done with Halloween. They have Christmas stuff up because
Sure.
they do it for like a season ahead of time. But go Cracker Barrel, I was talking to the lady and she said that they plan to keep it up until the end of Halloween. They have it up now and it's not coming down. And they'll start having Christmas stuff pretty soon too.
It's not even fall.
Well, but it goes into the Halloween aesthetic. So
Okay.
for myself, as a cosplayer, I wear costumey outfits all the time.
Sure.
People mistake my everyday outfits for costumes. But as you get closer to Halloween, it becomes more acceptable, and you get less people who are like, "Oh, you're in a costume? Is it Halloween?" Like, yeah, it is. So
Shut your face.
yeah, I mean, I get that all the time. But when you have stuff like Summerween out and you have that ability to blend in more,
Yeah.
that's what I love about it because it's like our time of year. Plus, fall, is always cooler weather, and
Thankfully.
thankfully. So yeah, having Halloween in July is is not going to be cool weather. Of course, it's still going to be summer, and I would not personally go in a big costume outside, like unless it was for a convention or something, because it's
Yeah.
too hot for that. We saw Superman a little bit ago, and we all had outfits. Alex wore a costume, full costume. She was in City Walk in a full costume, and it was hot because it was July.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was hot, and she did it. But that's what I'm saying. Like people like us who like that costume thing, and then
Costume life.
costume life, love that Halloween is early. Plus, also to just the history of Halloween. Well, more modern history of it. Maybe not history, but in the contents of like being alternative and being accepted. That's a big thing as well too. Plus, for me, Halloween decorations aren't Halloween decorations. That's home decor. I don't I don't care. I don't take down my Halloween stuff. I was just dusting my I bought the Lego minifig heads that they have, the Halloween they're like pumpkins.
Mhm.
It's my favorite minifig head. And when Halloween starts there, they put them out throughout the parks. They have giant ones. I bought the set. It's like the normal Halloween or the normal minifig head size, the mini, like the middle one, and then the mini one. I
Mhm.
keep them out all year. I was thinking about putting them away and putting them back, but I was like, no, I'm gonna keep them out all year because they make me happy.
Sure.
So that's the biggest thing for me is that it makes me happy seeing all the decorations. If there's something new I want to get, that's a big deal for me, but mostly it's just the costume stuff, I think. And that's what I meant, like not just like the ancient Celtic history of it. I meant more like the current thing of it. I mean, you like decorating and stuff, or your mom does she not
I was
decorate for Halloween?
No,
Oh,
we don't decorate for Christmas. When you're talking about Halloween in July, I was thinking about Christmas in July. You know, bars used to do that and stuff, and I'm like, okay.
yeah, they used to, like, you know how I love the Little Debbie Christmas cakes. They
Yeah.
actually used to even sometimes come out with them during July for Christmas in July. But I feel like Christmas in July has just been completely skipped over now because I've seen so much more Halloween stuff this year,
Okay.
more than any other year. I haven't seen any Christmas stuff.
Mhm.
I don't even think Costco has like one or two things out yet. It's all just Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween everywhere.
I don't really usually pay attention, and I don't go to stores that much. So, and I don't hang around on the internet that much, so I don't know these newfangled things. But yeah, when I first thought about getting a house or whatever, I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna decorate for Christmas and Halloween, but then the work, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So, and I bought like candy the first couple years here, and then it was gone so fast, and it would cost so much. And I
Yeah.
was like, no, not gonna do that. But thanks so much, because I had always wanted to go trick or treating, whatever, but I wasn't allowed because we moved a lot, and my mom didn't know the neighbors, I guess, so I
Mhm.
wasn't allowed to go trick or treating. So that's pretty much why I never really celebrated Halloween. And then when I was adult, I went to a couple parties when I was in my younger 20s or something. But now I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to dress up. Like, that's why I don't get into the cosplay world or convention world. I'm like, okay, I did it once, so we're good.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've done it literally once. Once that you did it on your own and once that I made you. So
Yeah.
twice.
And that's it. That's
Yeah.
gonna be it.
I mean, yeah, no, even just like the fall look. I wish we had more fall in Florida. So I think I also get happy to see fall
Different
aesthetics.
leaves and stuff.
Yeah, fall aesthetics falling back into place, and like again being a cosplayer and getting to nerd out on Halloween stuff. People have been stalking like the progress of Halloween Horror Nights this year so like in depth.
Oh yeah.
Even just when like the lights were starting to go up, like that, not even the lights, just the stanchions that they put the lights on, they slowly start to put that up, and people have been waiting around and taking pictures. I saw a TikTok of a guy who was hugging the stanchion. That's how happy he was to see that they
Yeah.
were starting Halloween Horror Nights. And I mean, Halloween Horror Nights tickets, I think one year went on sale as early as April, and literally by the end of April, most of the days were sold out
Wow.
because people are like that.
That's
Yeah. But I mean, think about like the Halloween like topics, or not topics, but like things that come in with Halloween. You have all the Halloween movies.
yeah.
There's all the Disney ones,
Yeah.
and
Halloween stuff is a
Halloween
fandom for
Town,
sure.
and so Halloween becomes a fandom in its own, even more than Christmas. I think I've noticed like the people who are really into Halloween. Christmas people are easy because they like the jolly, they like the trees, they like the gifts, and sure, but you don't. I don't see like takeovers like I do with Halloween. Like
Sure.
they have Christmas parties, and to be honest, I've never been to one of the Christmas parties at Disney. I've not been to a single one. But the Halloween ones, just the moment those pumpkins go up. I actually recreated one.
Oh yeah.
I should I the this they used to have, they don't think the last few years I don't think they've had it. But they used to have a Cinderella carriage. So it was like a half pumpkin, and then they had like the vines create the like the wheels,
Yeah.
and they would put it up on like a reef almost, and they would put it on the light poles. They had the Mickey pumpkin, of course, and some, but then they had the Cinderella ones and others. I stopped seeing it as much, so I was like, well, I'm gonna recreate it, and I put it on my front door for Halloween some years. But I got my inflatables ready and everything. People were saying they were going to start after July 4th to start putting up Halloween decorations. I'm telling you, Summerween is seriously a thing.
Okay.
And they were going to start to do that, but I haven't actually seen any Halloween decorations go up yet,
Yeah.
other than in stores. So people are getting ready. Cracker Barrel is the one I circle back to because I really liked some. I always like the decorations they have there. They're really nice. Michael's last year, they dropped the ball on it, in my opinion. They used. I'm not a big fan of AI, and they used a lot of AI art, and it was just so. It was so ridiculous. Like you could see the original parts and some of it, and what they spliced in there. It didn't make sense to me.
Sure.
And Michael's is our main craft store now, so I hope that they do better this year with decorations. Like I said, they haven't had anything up yet. I went to check another store. I think it's called Home. The store is called Home.
Yeah.
They have some Halloween stuff up already, and I almost bought one, but it was too big. But like I said, I do have my inflatables ready. I even have them outside. I just haven't turned them on. Because I don't want to be the first.
So it's Halloweeny. What are your inflatables of?
Grogu. I have a Grogu holding a pumpkin. And then I have a Mando and Grogu one. Where Mando's holding Grogu and he's reaching out for like the gear shift ball. His little gear shift ball. I keep that one up through the whole season. So it goes up usually mid-August. And then I take it down like usually January 3rd. So it stays up. It goes up the whole time. Well, my Halloween schedule coincides with Disney's. So when Disney starts their Halloween parties, that day I usually start putting up my decorations. And that's August. So that's coming up like any minute now.
Yeah.
They're going to start with their parties.
Past mid-July. So
Yeah.
Yes,
It's going to be any minute now that they're going to start their Halloween stuff. And then, of course, the Spirit Halloween stores open. And that's just a good time. I love going to those stores. But I will say, I was actually very sad. I saw a TikTok video and a few memes, and it was like, no, it's too soon. So we know, like, the joke with Spirit Halloween is that they take over dead stores.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're doing the Joanne's.
What store did we lose? And they are taking over Joanne's. I saw so many memes people were making, like people putting the Spirit Halloween logo over the closing sign as a joke, but I saw a video of one that was for real. Like it wasn't a Photoshop, it wasn't anything.
Yeah.
And the soundbite that they use, I almost sent it to you. It's the one from Harry Potter. Look at my boy. Look what they did to my boy, or whatever.
Yeah.
And they did that one, and this lady runs out of her car screaming, look what they did to my boy. She drops to her knees in front of the Joanne's. And I'm like, it's too soon. And then yesterday, Spirit Halloween had a live running. And they were like, look at what Joanne's left us. And they're teasing the fact that they're inside Joanne's, turning the Joanne's into a Spirit Halloween. She isn't even cold yet, guys. We just lost Joanne, and they're already putting Spirit Halloween in there. I'm like, no. It happened like that years ago where it was Toys R Us. And the big Toys R Us that used to be up here by the West Oaks Mall.
Yeah.
I love that Toys R Us. That was like my Florida Toys R Us. Even more, even more than the Florida Mall one. I
went to the Florida Mall one.
The Florida Mall one was nice, but I actually feel like the West one was bigger. I don't know. Maybe to me it felt bigger. I had friends who did work at the Toys R Us one at the Florida Mall that I would go see them more so than the store.
Yeah.
But the first year that there was a Spirit Halloween in there, it had just been after the closure. So the iconic like bathrooms still had all the colors from Toys R Us, all the little signs on the floor, follow Gregory, the giraffe here. Yeah. And I was like, stop. I was like, maybe that's very Halloween. Maybe it's very metal to, put a Halloween store in the corpse of our former stores that we loved. I saw a meme that said that once. But yeah, no, it made me sad to see that. It's too soon for me.
Yeah, but you'll be in there.
Oh, girl, yes. It's too soon, but I will be there. Yes. I actually keep driving by to see if they've put up a date by our Joanne's. If it's going to happen by the Joanne's by me, I don't know. They might skip over that one because that shopping center has never really had a Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
We had one near me one year. It was a liquor store that went out of business. It was an ABC. Is that what the liquor store is?
Yeah, I
ABC
think so.
Liquors or whatever.
Yeah.
It had been an Eckerd's, and then it was a liquor store, and then it was
It's
just
like,
yes, and then it was a Spirit Halloween, and it was literally 5 minutes from me.
mm.
But the store was so small, they never fully stocked. They didn't have their little horror walkthroughs as they do, so I didn't get to see it. But I know we're theme park people living in Orlando. Have you done like the SeaWorld? I know you have a SeaWorld pass. Have you done their SeaWorld Halloween?
No, I don't go to theme park events. I just go to ride rides. I don't care.
Yeah, SeaWorld does have good rides. I don't have a pass for them.
Yeah, I just go walk around or ride rides. I don't try to. They send me emails. They're like, "Oh, this event and this event." I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm boring like that. I don't try to keep up
You're not-
with events of people are putting on. I'm like, I
Are you
don't.
gonna go to Halloween Horror Nights this year? They are gonna have a Fallout. I know you like Fallout. They will have that house based on the TV show, I believe.
Always, maybe.
It sounds interesting. I know.
Yeah.
I hope they have the good music. That's one of my favorite parts of Fallout is the
Yeah.
music.
The music is good.
And it's easy to make that music creepy.
Yeah.
So I hope they have the music. They did announce that they were going to do something with Five Nights at Freddy's, which the kids will love. But they announced that they're going to do something with it, but then they didn't announce what they're going to do with it. Is it going to be a house? Is it going to be a scare zone? Is it going to be a photo opportunity? I want that one because I'm a photo
Is it
person.
gonna be an in-person game?
That would be cool, right? I don't know what's wrong with my voice today, but I know they did a Chuck E. Cheese. They did a Chucky, well, they did a Chucky house one year,
Yeah.
but the same year they also did a Chucky walkthrough
Mm.
at the hotel I love, the Cabana Bay Resort.
Yeah.
They have a little room in there that's, I guess, supposed to be like a little small convention room, and they did the walkthrough. And to be honest, I thought the walkthrough was better because, again, like I was saying, with the aesthetic and just being able to look at props and look at things, as a theater person, this person who likes props and likes all that stuff, I love that it wasn't like a push and shove, like a haunted house is. You really got to see the stuff. They encourage you not to touch it, of course, but that's fine. I'm happy just looking at it. They had like different photo setups where you could take pictures and be in the
Yeah.
thing. So I thought all of that was so great, and I wish they would do that for Five Nights at Freddy's because I feel like then you really get to see it more.
Yeah.
Of course, though, Five Nights at Freddy's is notoriously famous for jump scares.
Yes.
So you have to have, you almost have to have a house to experience that, or even just a scare zone. But I can't imagine they'll do a scare zone outside because it's rain season. It rains a lot. Those scare zones get closed down a lot for rain.
It's hurricane season.
Yeah, so I don't know that would be something that I would want. But something I am looking forward to aesthetic wise again with the Disney Bounders. They always make, I guess you can't call them Disney Bounders at Universal. A friend of mine, coworker, she's very famous in the Disney Bound community. She's trying to rethink of a name for Universal Bounders, which is not Universal Bounders, but anyway, they are gonna make some amazing outfits because they announced like one of the scare zone had like one of the themings for it.
Yeah.
And I just know it's gonna be so cool, and that's something I'm looking forward to as well. So like aesthetics, I'm there for it. It's that time of year. I just want to see all the spooky things, all the little spooky things. With Labubus being so popular right now, it almost makes me wonder if people are gonna start well, not that they're gonna start. I've actually seen it already. People are starting to horrify their Labubus.
Okay.
But I'm
Like
wondering,
dressing up like your Grogu.
like I dress up Grogu, correct? But like I've seen some people like they buy like the fake ones, the Lafufu ones,
Yeah.
and they like take them apart and they make like they burn their faces and they make them look all
Like a horror.
like really horrified. And someone made I think her name is Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's. She's one of the purple ones. I know I don't know all the names, but someone got a fake Lafufu, a purple one, and turned it into like a Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy, and like burnt the whole face off and opened it, and now it's like hollow inside, and the arm is like a wire. And I'm like, I get so excited like that. Like literally, when I think about Halloween and I think about all of this stuff coming out in July, I'm like, you know what? I am so great with 4 months of Halloween stuff and people doing stuff like this, I love it. I'm not a big slasher Halloween person.
Yeah.
So I don't want to see like too much gore. Okay, maybe I'm a little vanilla for that. But just seeing like the stuff that people have already come out with and we're only like in mid-July.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's gonna be a really good season. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, and Halloween is a time for a lot of people to show their talents, people to show, how good they are at makeup or creating costumes or creating characters from, little toys or whatever. So, it's a good time for people to be creative. And so that's one good thing about it for sure. And if I probably looked the way I wanted to look, maybe I would be interested, but I don't. So I'm like, I can't even wear the clothes I want to wear to look how I want, let alone dress up as something, so. But it's cool to see, on people how they express, their fandoms, what they love, characters or TV shows or movies or boo-boos, love boo-boos, whatever they're called.
What the hell is that? Yeah, I saw it. Someone did Art the Clown. I think they actually, similar to like how I had that 3D printed face made for my costume, they did it on a smaller scale, and they like printed his face and put it over it. I've seen the ghost, the one from Scream, Ghostface.
Yes.
I've seen Ghostface ones that fit Labubu's. I've actually never thought to do that for Grogu. Because I don't really I love Grogu's face, so I don't want to modify it too much. And it's the same with the Labubus. Their faces are so cute or ugly or cute ugly, which is part of what people like about them.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hide that. But I think what that person did, the one where they mutilated it essentially, it fits. It fits what the story is and the lore of Five Nights at Freddy, which I'm no expert, not even in the minutest way.
I'm much less of an expert, so.
But for what I've seen, and I did see the movie when it came out, I think it was like 2 years ago now. It has a lot of mutilations and all that, so it makes sense. And I love that kind of stuff. And I kind of overcommitted, like they say in Bridesmaids. How many did you get? 9. I may have overcommitted. I bought a lot of Lafufus, the really fake ones.
Yeah.
They were like 70% off on AliExpress.
That's nice.
And yeah, I didn't break the bank. I bought a bunch of cheapy ones. Their faces are already all messed up. Their fur is all dingy. So they're perfect for the process of it. And I think I'm gonna do that for Halloween and put them out. I don't know if I want to put them out because maybe people might steal them.
Yeah.
But maybe even just have it out like in the house for like Halloween.
Another display.
Another display I'll never want to take down. I'll feel so bad. Where am I going to put them when they're not on display in a box?
Yeah.
Have you not seen Toy Story? Just think what Jesse would say. We can't put them in storage. I'm sure someone will want them.
Talk to each other in the dark.
No, they don't. I'm sure somebody will want them. Maybe I'll just gift them out after Halloween.
Okay.
It'll just be fun to make. But yeah, that was just something that was on my mind.
Yeah.
Was Halloween in summertime. The parties start within less than a month, so it'll be Halloween soon. And we'll be seeing Spirit Halloween somewhere within the next month.
Yeah. Sure. Well, that's like the fireworks things that just pop up out of nowhere, and Spirit will pop up or whatever continues to pop up, because people are going around and then they see it on the side of the road and they're like, oh, let me go stop. So that's part of their, charm, I guess, is that they just show up out of nowhere.
Well, the Spirit Halloweens do well by Disney because the party starts so early.
Yeah.
So
and there's more party stores. So did they have competition anymore?
No, and like that's what I'm saying. There's no Party City anymore. So that this year for sure the Spirits are gonna do even better without Party City, which is sad. I do miss Party City. I forget that we lost Joanna and Party City in the same week.
Party City, Walgreens are gonna be going.
I know.
Soon, and whoever else.
I mean, talking about Halloween, that's where I used to get my Halloween costumes when I was little. Was like in a Hallmark store.
Yeah.
By me, it wasn't like there wasn't a Party City or a Spirit.
They didn't do that.
They didn't do that back then. We have a Halloween store in New York that stays around year round.
Yeah, go to Spencer's or something.
Yeah. I don't think the one in New York is like a franchise. I think it's more like a mom and pop we went when we went last, not this year, when we went the last time.
Mm-hmm.
And we bought like a Deadpool mask in like the middle of the year, which is pretty normal for us anyway because we cosplay. But it was nice to see a Halloween store open 24, not 24/7, but all year round. We had one here near Universal that was open all year round, but it didn't. I
Didn't
guess
do
it
well.
didn't do well. It was too
Oh,
far
well,
from Disney.
and then things are expensive probably because they're set up theme park.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you come down and you don't realize that they're gonna have Halloween parties in August, because you might not think that that's something that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But then you're at Disney and you're like, oh well, they're having this Halloween party. I didn't think to bring a costume in August.
Sure. Yes.
What's the first thing you're gonna do? You're gonna go on your phone. You're gonna Google the closest place that you can buy a Halloween costume. That's not gonna break the bank, and Spirit Halloween's gonna be there.
Yeah.
And they try to open usually around the time of the parties. They coincide it because they know that they'll make that little bit of business.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
You're ready. You're ready to dress up some more, even though you dress up all year round.
Yeah, I mean, my Grogu's always have an outfit. Not sleepy time Grogu, he doesn't. But my Grogu's almost always. You can kind of see Superman back there have outfits. But they have a specific Halloween outfit too. I actually went to Party City and bought a bunch of the costumes.
The baby costumes?
Well, either infants or they have to be like preemies to fit Grogu. But dog costumes fit Grogu great. Like little Chihuahuas and Grogu, yep, they're about the same size. And if you go after the season, they're usually really cheap. I got the cutest pumpkin costume for him, and it was like $3 when Party City was closing down. So I will definitely sometime next month.
Plenty of options.
I will definitely be doing that.
Long Summerween.
It's long Summerween that starts in July and ends in November. Yeah, also I'm gonna probably dress up I don't have a lot of actual Labubus. Like I said, I have all the fake Lafufus, but I have one Lafufu that is really cute. He looks almost exact. He just has 10 teeth instead of 9. You can't tell when you're looking at him from far away. I'm gonna get they sell it on AliExpress, the little pumpkin costume for him. So I'm gonna get that and put the Lafufu and Grogu together, matching. Will I take them to Disney and do a photo shoot?
Probably.
Definitely. They will have their little photo shoot moment. We did it last year for summer. We took them and had them do summer, and then the year before I took them, the Grogus, to do Christmas ones. This will be the first year I take a Labubu with me too, but I'm sure that's gonna be more common. Although people still go to boo-boos at Disney, just FYI, I saw a TikTok of a lady.
Sorry.
He's mowing the lawn.
I'm looking at the neighbors as a nosy petunia.
He's mowing the lawn. But no, maybe that's where my allergies are coming from.
Because he's mowing the lawn.
His fault. Thank you, dude. No.
He's kicking up allergens.
Yes. But no, I'm excited. I love this time of year. As it gets cooler, July's over, August starts the real thing. It gets
Summer starts
aorta
at the end of June.
It
It's not getting cooler.
It gets aorta cooler in August than it is from July. Give me that 1 degree. Give me that 1 degree off.
I hard disagree that I believe August is the hottest month of the year.
Really?
Yes.
Some years August can be really brutal. I will give you that. But it definitely feels like July has been worse lately.
I mean, because we're 8 degrees higher than we're supposed to be, right? So, of course, it feels like that right now.
Yes,
but
earth is
that
melting.
Means the worst is coming in August.
Maybe it's just because I don't leave the house.
Yeah.
Until September.
I don't go outside either, except I run now. So I'm
Yeah.
outside in the morning before it hits 80s. Oh, sometimes it's 80s already.
I know. We do all our walking and stuff at night. I just can't do it in the daytime. The sun is just too brutal.
Yeah, well, morning is the coolest time of the day because it's been no sun all night. So I'm a morning person. So
Hey, the other night it rained for like an hour and the humidity didn't kick up.
yeah.
And it was breezy at night for like a good 20 minutes. It was a nice breeze.
Nice.
Yes, I was like, let's go walk right now. Get our steps in before this brutal heat comes in. So what are you nerding about?
Good question. I don't know. I think I want to get back into like rewatching some of the things I haven't been watching. So you were talking about Fallout, so maybe like some Fallout stuff, or maybe rewatch that Assassin's Creed movie because we only got the one, probably because it didn't do very well.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a good movie. it followed the story pretty well. And I don't even know that story that well because I only played the pirate one, which is the fourth one, which is Edward or Kenway.
And it's the
But
one when they were in the Caribbean, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that was a good
I
one.
think the movie was like the first Assassin's Creed, which one it is, SCO or the other one. I don't know because I didn't play those because they're not pirates. So probably that or getting into some of the older video games I used to play. So I'm nerding out about nostalgia, I guess,
Nice.
because I like to revisit things that I love. Because they just bring me happiness, and why shouldn't I be happy?
Yeah, there's that. They say that it's like a comfort, almost like a security blanket, comfort
Yeah.
feeling of rewatching old shows.
Being with something you're familiar with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's why Friends is so popular now because people just rewatch it and they get their kids into it, so new generations watch it over and over again too.
Yeah.
I feel like I noticed that every time I think about this question, it's two things that I'm
Mhm.
nerding about. It's always the same two things: cosplay and reading. Like those are my two favorite things. They're like, because I guess it's my hobby. I don't really watch
Yeah.
TV anymore as
And
much.
what you hobby is what you're nerding out about.
Yeah.
Because it's obviously something you're very interested in.
Mhm.
You keep doing it.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been cosplaying for like what, 12 years now? Like seriously, serious. Because I started in 2010, so 15 years.
Mhm.
15 years. And before that, I liked
You
making
had a baby
costumes
and
and
couldn't be doing all that.
I used to dress her up. Talking about Halloween and the Halloween parties.
Mhm.
She's born in August, and the Halloween parties back then used to start late September. It wasn't August yet. But we took her in October. So what was she? Two months maybe when she went to her first not so scary Halloween. And I went as the Queen of Hearts. That my mom and I made the costume, like hand sewed it. So that was in 2006. So I was already making costumes. I didn't know too much what I was doing. And she was the Cheshire Cat. I still have that costume. I keep that costume folded by my bed as a memory of her first costume. I got a fuzzy sock for the tail and I sewed it on one of her little onesies.
Yeah.
And she was a cat. I mean, she's always like cats, but she was the Cheshire Cat. That was her first little costume. I have a picture of it somewhere. And I was, like I said, I was the Queen of Hearts and she was the Cheshire Cat. Not Mad Hatter. I was eventually Mad Hatter, but I took her first. She did Mad Hatter too when she got older. But
I recall that Queen of Hearts costume. One time you had it on when I had my pirate outfit on.
so that was the upgraded one. That one I actually really, I modeled it after one Terry Hatcher wore because Terry Hatcher was Queen of Hearts one year, and so when I was like I'm gonna remake my Queen of Hearts, and I made it to look just like hers, because I guess deep down inside I always want to be Terry Hatcher. Ever since I was little, I wanted to.
Want to be in TV
I
with
want to
Pink.
be. I want to be her. Yeah, I don't like Lois Lane, but I was saying I like Terry's Lois because I like Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like most of them. I wouldn't say.
I like that picture. That's one of the pictures I show people when they are like, "Who is Silver?" Because up until now, that we're doing this and people can see your face.
Yeah. Yes,
You
I'm a
used to
real
hide
person.
away, and
I'm not
people
hiding. I'm just at home.
and people wouldn't even know who you were. And so that was the only good picture I had. It was you and me. I was the Queen of Hearts and you were the pirate.
Now you're gonna show people videos.
Now I'm
We're
like,
hey, you want to know who Silver is?
and they want to know who
Watch
Silver
this
is.
podcast.
Look, here's a link to my podcast, and you can learn everything about Silver. And she is very real. She didn't know about Summerween, but she does now. The thing is, nobody really knew about Lagoose. Like they came out of nowhere. They've been around since at least 2023 that I know about.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing them in conventions at then. This lady who has a booth and she makes little plastic cases for them. I can't put them in jail. Labubu jail is not for me. And she has like little fairy displays that she puts them in because they're tiny, so they fit in that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that, and I think I said this before. I thought they were for when the wild things are, and especially when she puts them in these little fairy things, I was like, oh, it must be just a spin-off of that. Sure. And I walked past the booth and didn't think nothing of it. And then about 6 months ago, I saw a TikTok, and this guy was like, aren't we in a money crisis? How are people affording to buy these $150 Labubus? And I'm like, there's not a Labubu that's $150. Yeah, and I want it. That's the only one I really, really, really want. Is not the Samomo. So this is the Momo that's huge, and that one's like $300. And then there's a smaller one That's like $150.
Okay. And what are you gonna do with it?
I mean,
You gonna look at it?
he gonna be right there. See where Grogu is? See that spot next to Grogu? He could be hanging out right there with Grogu. He already would
Okay.
have a whole bunch of buddies at home. He can
Yeah.
to hang out with. All the Grogu's and him. And my one Labubu. Because it's $150, so I'm only gonna get one.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty. Well,
Thanks
that's it for today.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out and watching with us. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. What you're nerding out about, let us know in the comments. Bye.